I heard that my father had passed away. I cannot even think, let alone speak, let alone sing. My son Michael watches me as I sit in silence. Finally, he asks, "Is Ada in heaven?" Do I tell him there is no heaven? Reality has always had this way of overpowering me. Do I tell him, yes, my Father is with the angels? I can't recall the voices of this morning, whom I met or what they had to say. They cannot seem to capture my attention. Some muffled noise, and then they fade away. I can't recall at all about last week, whom I met or what I had to say. I cannot seem to capture my attention. Somewhere back there, I guess I lost my way. You'd think that after all these years, the echoes would all disappear. Instead, I almost hear you say, "My child, I'm here with you today, and everything will be okay. I'm back again. I'm back again. I'm back again. I've never been the man that I'm supposed to be. I flailed around and failed and found it rough. But suddenly, I almost hear you say to me, "You'll always be my boy." And that's enough. You'd think that after all these years, the memories would disappear. Instead, I almost hear you say, "My child, I'm here with you today, and everything will be okay. Go back again. Go back again. Go back again." My father used to tell me stories. They used to cheer me up. The setting for one of his tales is many centuries ago.
A great rabbi is aged and worn. He has come to the end of his days on earth. He lies in silence as he awaits his final moment. The rabbi has many disciples, and they have gathered, all of them, at his deathbed. They join in beseeching.
Master, do not leave us until you have pronounced for us your final words.
They repeat the words of the Talmud. At the hour of death, a man does not jest. And so the words of a dying man are regarded as signed, sealed, and delivered. But the master tells them,
Leave me alone. Let a weary old man die in peace.
Still, they press him for his final words. Finally, with a weary gasp, the rabbi says slowly, slowly,
Life is like a river.
And then his head slumps and his eyes close. The disciples rush out of the room. They know they must attend to his final rites, but first they wish to understand his parting message. One disciple argues that it is a message of hope.
That our life on earth is like a river, but the life hereafter is like a boundless sea.
One disciple suggests that the rabbi may have intended a message of despair.
We are immersed in the current. We cannot see the final destination. We're helpless to change it.
And so, the theories mount. They multiply. Each one is contested.
At the fringe of the murmuring disciples is the youngest of them. She cannot follow much of the frothing debate. Her gaze begins to wander, and she looks back at the room where the rabbi lies. And she notices a slight nod of the rabbi's head and a twitch of the rabbi's eyelids. Our master lives!
And the disciples rush back to his bedside, and behold, there is within the rabbi still a flicker of light.
Master, we treasure your legacy, but we cannot fully grasp it. What did you mean life is like a river?
We have voiced more interpretations than we have heads to judge them. Before you depart, you must help us to understand.
The rabbi sighs a heavy sigh, and then he whispers the words that are truly final.
All right. So life isn't like a river.
And then he dies.
After my father first told me that story while he was still alive, I thought a lot about how life is like a river and how life isn't like a river, and how sometimes life is like a flood.
When the torrents came down, Noah took to the boat. He let the animals on and he kept out the folks. If you'd have been there, you'd have not stayed afloat. That's what the Bible says, that's all she wrote. The inevitable truth has been ever since then. It all washes out in the end. I had an architect friend, he spent 25 years down by the ocean building seaside piers. The most durable structure that he ever built is under the ocean and 6 feet of silt. Cause nothing survives what the hurricane sends. It all washes out in the end. You build your castles high and tall, and you think they'll weather all. Well, don't waste your time on such hopeless hopes, cause sooner or later you'll be in the moat. Eroded, corroded, and finally zeroed it. It all washes out in the end. Now the optimist says it comes out in the wash. I'm here to tell you that's piddle and tosh. Cause defaced and effaced and finally erased, invaded, inundated, and finally negated. Eroded, corroded, and finally zeroed it. It all washes out in the end. It all washes out in the end.
The Talmud says that for 2.5 years, the sages considered this great question. Is it better to be born, or is it better to never even exist? They finally concluded that with all life's sufferings, it is better not to be born. But while you are here, you must reflect on what it is you have done with this life and what you will do in the life that remains to you.
But I imagine that a newborn baby is merely awash in the swirling sensations of the moment. And I imagine when a mother sings a lullaby, the words may be wrong, the notes may be a little off key, the melody may drift and quaver, the timbre of the voice may be thin or harsh. But to that child, the song is always perfect. I remember. I am very small, and my mother is singing.
Little child, I will sing you a lullaby. We'll make up the words Pick up the music as we go along. Who needs notes when we're together? Mother and child sing a song. Lie, 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 Little child, I will sing you a lullaby. You'll feel the peace, and so do I. Mother and child, silent together.
My father used to sing me songs too, in a deep rounded baritone. He was born near the Black Sea and remembered just enough Russian to make up words and melodies that sounded like they could be Russian. I am moving to a new town, and I'm the newest kid in class, and the youngest kid in class, and the only Jewish one. The teacher has the kids singing this song, A Room of My Own. She does not invite me to sing with the rest of the class. Instead, she has me sitting in the back doing some tedious arithmetic. The lead of my pencil breaks. I guess I always press down a little too hard when I'm writing.
I don't want to disturb the other kids by using the noisy mechanical pencil sharpener, so I try using my teeth instead. I nibble as quietly as I can.
The teacher rushes to my desk, rips the pencil from my hand, and slaps my wrist.
I pick up the pencil and look at my hand, and I tell myself, someday with this same pencil and this same hand, I will write my very own song, and it will astound you.
Maybe I didn't say that exactly at the time.
Back then, I didn't think I actually could make up songs.
I would have been too shy to sing them out loud anyway.
Still, I prefer the ending the way I told it.
It makes for a better story.
And songwriters get chicks.
My father once told me this story from the Talmud. When a child is born, a voice from heaven says who that child is to marry.
As a young man, I would learn the official announcement often does not reach us down here on Earth. Take my first serious relationship. Please.
Oh.
If I took a brand new interest in the latest fashion styles, could I dress the way I always have? And would you wear a smile? If I did not worry so much about the things that are to be, while you live inside the moment, would you say we're meant to be? Captain of my fate, mistress of my soul. Captain of my fate, mistress of my soul. If I did not dwell so much upon unkindnesses gone by, would you finally apologize and say